AJ with Bite Size Cruises, and today I'm going to talk to you about cruising with food allergies. Hi. So while food allergies don't make for the most fun or exciting video, if you are a person who has food allergies, you do know that food allergies can be one of the biggest sources of stress while you are traveling. I know for me, they do cause a lot of anxiety. I feel, especially when I'm with a group, and I want to minimize the impact that my allergies have on everyone else's fun, as well as whether or not, they ruin my own vacation. Um, so I have an allergy to egg whites and to beef, which are very weird allergies, but and not ones that most restaurants are really set up to deal with, which has made cruising with them a learning experience. Every person with allergies is different. Some people have that anaphylactic response, some people have more of a gut response, and there's a wide variety of what people can tolerate for those allergens. So when you are getting ready to go on a cruise and you have food allergies, the first thing you want to make sure that you have any medication with you to help ease that. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Most people with food allergies know that. They carry an EpiPen if they need it. I carry the medication I need for my stomach so that if I accidentally get exposed, I can minimize the impact of that. But that's tip one. Make sure you have plenty of that because you're not going to be able to get that really on the ship. Now, granted, there are EpiPens on the ship, but you don't really want to rely on somebody having to handle that for you. Make sure you have them with you. When you are getting started, if you're working with a travel agent, you can talk to them about food allergies and they will have some insights for you on how to handle things. They may be able to make recommendations for you about dining packages or things that you might not benefit from if you're a person with food allergies, depending on what it is. So that is really your first step. The next thing is a lot of the menus are available online. So as a company, we do a lot of the specialty dining, and I like to look ahead and figure out what things should be safe, so that I can kind of have in my head what I want to do. As well as like one of my allergies, it's fine if I have like a little bit of it. It's just there's a threshold, and if I cross that, I can be in trouble. But with the egg white allergy, that's the one that there's a little bit of a threshold on. Sometimes I don't like to tell people that I have that allergy because they will be like, no, you can't have any of this. They don't want to be responsible for it, and I totally get that. But I can make the decisions based on what the recipes are about how much I want to expose myself or risk it. Kind of like a person who's lactose intolerant with milk. So you do want to go online and look at any of the specialty dining restaurants that you want to visit. Make sure that there's something you can eat there, especially before you commit to buying the dining package. Once you are on the ship, you should be ready to inform the waiter if you are at any of the sit-down restaurants or the main dining room to tell them what you need. They will ask most of the time if anybody there has food allergies, and you can answer. On some of the ships that I've been on, they've been really good about walking me through what menu items there are available for me. On other ships, they kind of weren't as helpful. It depends on how well trained the staff is, and that's going to be on a like waiter to waiter basis, how familiar they are with the protocols and everything. On any time that I have gone to the hibachi restaurants, so because they use egg on the grill and they cook the meat right on the grill, there have been on every ship, they have made my food in another kitchen. So those options are available. A lot of the ships now are prepared to deal with food allergies, especially serious ones. Like a lot of people with celiac disease cannot have their food cooked in the same kitchen. They need special kitchen space and utensils and everything. And a lot of the ships are prepared to do that. They have been very accommodating. It's just really being prepared up front for that. And then I have also been asked like what level of contamination is okay. Like, do they need to go to a separate kitchen, or do they just need to cook mine on a slightly different surface? And I've really found that helpful because, sometimes it does take longer to cook the food if you have to go to a completely different kitchen to do it. And so they're really good about that. So don't really be afraid of that. You're not going to completely ruin your time, but it does depend on the severity of your allergy, how much time you might add on to the meal. That being said, if you talk to the maitre d' or guest services when you get on board, or when you're making the reservations, you tell the people, like, this is my allergy, this is the accommodations I'll need. You can even pre-order your food for your reservation. And that can help cut down a lot of the time and make sure that you're not holding up other people, especially if you are someone who your food's going to need to be prepared separately. If you're not doing the specialty dining, you may want to stick to the main dining room if you have severe allergies. They are the most set up on most of the ships to be able to handle dietary restrictions the best. And so that's going to be your safest place to eat. Whereas on the buffet, they can't guarantee that someone didn't, scoop up some rice and then go and use the same utensil to dip into something else and put it back in the rice, and your rice is now cross-contaminated. So the buffet is probably going to be your most risky place to eat, depending on the severity of your allergies. And then from there, really, it's pretty normal to any dining experience you would have on land as far as the allergies go. You should be able to find all that information that you need online. And they are really very accommodating. On most of the ships that I've been on, I've even had the maitre d' or assistant maitre d' reach out to me for helping to get things set up, helping me plan my menu out, order ahead where needed. And that has been really awesome. So they want to make sure that you're having a good time. They want to make sure that you don't get sick. And so really just the key to cruising with food allergies is communication. There's no need, unless you have very, very severe restrictions to like bring your own food or anything like that. They are pretty well set up to be able to handle your dietary restrictions. And honestly, I felt less of a burden at the restaurants on the cruise ships than I often do even eating with my own family on land at places we go to regularly. They are very knowledgeable about what is in the dishes for the most part. They are very good at directing you, at asking, at making sure that you have something you like even. When we were on the Escape in December, there was a place and everything that I liked had something I was allergic to in it, and they, went out of their way to find me something that I would like. I've had restaurants go to nearby restaurants to get desserts that I could eat, things like that. So they've all been very accommodating. I wouldn't let it be a source of anxiety for you if you're cruising for the first time and you have food allergies. It just takes a little bit of planning ahead and you can have a great vacation with nothing to worry about. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about my experience traveling with food allergies, especially on cruises, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions and provide more insights for you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.